I'm Dusty Waring. I play guitar for Between the Buried and Me. It was a little different than that, but it's always super humbling, you know. I just kind of had an idea. I released a model a few years ago, and it was super nice, but I think that it might have been too nice for consumers. You know, like it was a little too expensive, and it was literally the level under private stock over artist pack. So I mean, it was very nice guitar, and I had one built with a maple board several years ago, and it was my main for years. It was like the gray black maple board, and I just loved it. And me and Rich were talking one day, and I was just like, man, what is it about these maple neck, maple board guitars that have such a snap? He's like, you should see it with a bolt-on. And I was like, huh. So I just kind of brainstormed for a month and came up, I had like a notepad full of ideas, and kind of had the idea to do a CE24 maple board, FLOYD, my pickups, satin, and I got on the phone with Paul and Beverly, and Paul just kind of loved the idea, and my price I had in my head was kind of right on the money, and we talked to marketing about it, and they all thought it would be a great idea. So we went with it, and it came out perfect, man. I mean, they both colors just are great. And I've had a chance to do, you know, some extensive touring with them, and you just never even have to tune them. They're just great. It's just a great scenario and a great outcome, you know. I wouldn't change anything about it. I mean, obviously I'm really tied to this one because it has my name on it, you know, and I love purple. But I use the Satin Panda, I call it. I use that one probably more just because I put in about 5 years with this color live, and I kind of just wanted to switch it up a little, you know. Cool. I think things just didn't really work out with the other companies. Nothing against them, you know, great companies. MOJOTONE's a North Carolina company. The owner actually had a guitar repair shop in my town that my dad used to take me and my little sister to get my guitars worked on in high school, you know, and as like a young kid. So just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of I like the family relationship with whoever I'm going to work with, you know, and they make really great stuff. And David Shepard is the guy that designed my pickups, and we literally just had a phone call, and he was able to just nail it, you know. And there's a huge, I don't know, they sound really big. They're clear. You can get like any sound out of them. I mean, you know, you can, or sounds like a Strat, you know. But yeah, they just kind of nailed it. They are kind of unforgiving though, which I like. You kind of like have to mean it when you're playing, or, you know, they're not super just fire breathing, you know, but they can be, you know. Well, obviously for the stuff I tour with, like, you know, Between the Buried and Me, like, this is kind of the guitar I have to use, you know. It's just made specifically for that. But when I'm at home, I have a DC3 that I had Skitchy put a low turn, the 5715 LT, in the bridge position, so it's hum single, and that guitar is absolutely gnarly. I mean, gnarly. And I just had a custom JA15 made that's thinner with a trim, and it's got the LTs in it too, and those guitars are just unbelievable. I use it all the time, and I'm super heavy-handed. And the way our live shows are, we kind of just, if we play for an hour, we're playing straight through. There's no, we're not BSing and talking, and then, you know, it's just like we're performing for an hour.
You play the same guitar all night?
Yeah. And I mean, I legitimately don't have to tune if I don't want to. It just doesn't go out of tune. And that's really important to me, you know. I'm a stickler for tuning. If something's out of tune, it drives me insane. So I can't really, I don't know, I feel like without the FLOYD, it's really hard for me, the way I play, to keep a guitar in tune. Or how many have sold?
Yeah, or what it ended up.
I'm not really sure. I know it was probably up towards 500 models, maybe. I'm not sure, but.
Do you ever think in this lifetime that no. 500 people would be playing a guitar with your name on it?
No, I never, ever would have in a million years, man. But it's a good feeling. And I really enjoy the feedback, you know. Everyone really enjoys the guitar, and it's different, you know. The neck shape is different, satin paint, the pickups. It's just like, it's something completely unique to PRS, you know. They've never made something like this before, you know. A bolt-on maple neck FLOYD guitar with different pickups, you know, and a thinner neck. It's pretty unique. So if you're into guitars like that, it's kind of like the one.
Cool. I like how you moved the volume back also.
Yeah, I did, because originally, you know, the PRS volume knob is here, and it's because the PRS TREM is different, you know? And it never really bothered me, but when other people would pick up my old guitars, they'd be like, does that bother you? And I just kind of never thought about it really. But I was like, yeah, you're kind of right. Because if I used to, when I'd really be getting into it, sometimes I'd cut my volume knob down just like a hair. But now, moving it back, this idea came from the 408 that I have, because I really loved the position of the pickup selector. So yeah, I think it works out better, man. You know, it's never in your way, and when you're playing, it's just like a swipe movement, you know. I personally wouldn't, for like the stuff that I do in my band, I wouldn't really want an FHOLE unless it was like my 408 that I have, and it's like a solid guitar, but just this part and this part are hollow, you know what I mean? Yep. So it's the normal weight of a guitar, it just kind of has the F-holes. That could be cool, but
not your thing.
Nah, not really. Not for the metal thing. Go check out my signature model at americanmusical.com.